It has been a bot player, but turns out it's actually Starko, right? I'm not sure what was happening there, but
No, I'm
okay.
not sure what's happened there either.
Okay, so
My graphics are looking very strange for some reason, very low quality. I'm not entirely sure why that is. You keep going, I'm going to reopen it.
oh, it happens when you like it happened to me yesterday when you like wait for something and then you don't turn off the Age of Mythology and it stays on like AFKing, and then when you hop back in with the OBS turned on already, it shows like a muddy
Do I need to
pictures, you know?
restart the game?
Yeah, I believe that would fix it. That helped me
Yeah.
previously.
If you keep going, I'll catch up to you.
Yes. So what we do see here, we do see Eccentric in the bottom side of the map, and we do see Seiya, who's going to be playing Poseidon as the left flank for them. Interesting choice. I mean, kind of expected. There is a Nua in the middle, so Arrow is going to be playing Nua, presumably booming. And then on the right flank, we do see Starko playing Hades. Very strong out for holding pushes and stuff. The Sentinel spam is real. On the other side, we do see Friends of Mythology, and Braindead, I believe, is what Ein told me is the name. He's gonna be playing Susano Pocket, which is scary, scary, scary. This guy is scary in the pocket. If no one touches him, it can be really bad for the other team. On the right flank, for the Friends of Mythology, there's gonna be House of Horrors playing Hades as well, so kind of a Hades face-off, I guess. Not really a fun matchup to see, but it is what it is. And then on the left side, we do see Talpalik playing Isis. So this can get spicy. Poseidon versus Isis. I do love dynamics on that matchup, but I do believe Isis player needs a lot of skill and knowledge to be able to actually counter what Poseidon is presumably gonna do. I'm talking about centers, I'm talking about hippicons, and all those kind of stuff. So, as we said earlier, yes, go
Wait,
on.
I'm just at 130. Where in the game are you?
I'm at 253 at the moment. I'm gonna pause and wait for you. Alright, I paused. 259, 8.
259, great. I'll get there. Sorry about that. The graphics are much better. Okay, I'm at 303. So
Okay.
I'm slightly too far. Count me in whenever you're there.
Red, go, 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 go. Okay, so we should be at the same time now, right?
Yeah, I'm at 308. You near enough?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sweet. So what do you expect from this game? I kind of.
So which team picked the map here? Do you know?
I think the Eccentric are higher seed, so they
Yeah, that would make
are
sense.
picking the first map.
So I guess you were saying Sensei is a Poseidon main.
Yeah,
I'm not sure Blue Lagoon is a great map to raid on. It's not very open. There's lots of cliffs and things. So I don't know if we'll see too much raiding from the Poseidon player. Maybe just playing for a late game. Hades and Nuar, I'm sure, can go booming on this map.
It depends really, because if you stay 1 TC as Poseidon, you actually can prevent a lot of walls from coming up, since there is no Norse, right? So there is no safe walling for the Friends of Mythology. And we do see early Prosperity and Center and Hero are already in the play, so this can get nasty.
Yeah, denying this Prosperity is going to be nice.
Yeah, and
Talfalik going to try and do some damage with the Pharaoh, but...
Very good move, actually. Very good.
Well, I don't know. In the archaic age, it doesn't. The range is just so tiny.
But he's actually dealing with it quite nicely.
Yeah, you're losing a lot of prosperity time though, which is, I think is all Saint Seiya wants, and that is value.
Yeah, very true.
And Neighbor is going to go down.
There's only 10 seconds of prosperity left, and I do believe like 5 villagers were mining throughout the entire prosperity.
Yeah, and the Pharaoh's not been on the mining camp for a good 20 seconds or so as well.
The priest going down. There has been a dead villager too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think 2 died in the end. Pharaoh
Pharaoh did
for
survive
quite a while
though.
as well. Sphinx, no, good idea. I think to retreat the Sphinx. Don't want it dying to the heroes. And
There
yeah,
is a
this pressure
Miko to
isn't going to
help.
stop. That's a good move, trying to get it into heal. But these villagers, the Pharaoh, starting to get very low HP. Sphinx goes down.
This does look dodgy for Isis player. He did manage to kill the Thesis, so the only problem now is Atalanta.
He's got to start getting
Yeah,
some barracks down or something.
he,
He's following up with Hippias. This is looking quite dangerous. I mean, the
there
Sentinels are
is a
there.
village center attempt here.
I think that's a miss. Surely that's a misclick. You cannot go village center right now.
I do believe so too. But he
Oh no,
is
he's
going
doing it.
for
Oh no, he deleted it. He deleted it.
Alright, this
Yeah,
was
barracks. And an armory though.
a
So
very
maybe trying to
extended
get a
armory.
fast heroic off, but it's taking a lot of damage. I don't know if that will work if Sensei is going to keep pushing here.
He's currently at 14 villagers, while Senseiya has 21, so the damage is done.
Yeah, and behind this, Arrow and Darko have got their second TC. New
As
Hades players.
expected, I guess. And
Whereas
both
Susanoo and Hades, I guess, have had to respond to their teammate in trouble.
yeah, but they are dropping some. Oh, we
There's
see
a nice
Ares
Minotaur
here.
raid here in between the two blue players,
Okay, I see.
and Braindead isn't really reacting to this either. Lots of villagers going down.
There is one villager going down, 2 villagers, 3.
That special might be up again. I don't know how long it's got left. And yeah, there's the special.
Yes, it didn't kill the low health villager. I'm surprised.
No, I'm surprised. I thought one of them would go down.
Yeah, it does
Achilles
look
into
good.
defend though.
There is a
And
Earthball
Braindead
here.
trying to get some raids, but
There was
unfortunately
some
getting trapped by the Earthball.
villagers down, but there are sentinels, Surtwall. There is
I'm
a
sure Braindead
Hades
will be
for
happy fighting.
Friends of Mythology, the Ares angle here. We do see 3
Oh yeah, 3 Cyclops.
Cyclops jumping
4
out of the
Cyclops, sorry.
temple.
That is big.
Okay,
They are a
this can
scary
be
unit.
dodgy. The Hades player already used sentinels on Nua's base, so he's gonna be naked for a time being.
Where you see the Susanoo villagers taking the berry bushes in House of Horus's base, having been forced over there by the Minotaur.
That's funny. We do see tower upgrade from Starko. He does expect
Yeah, that's slightly
something.
strange, but preemptively it seems to have worked. The Naganathas are here, the Hades Cyclops are
There
coming in
is
as well.
pestilence though, and these are Elder Cyclops.
True,
They're
true.
gonna punch like crazy.
Yeah, very true.
And then we do see 2 fire archers from Arrow. Sure, not gonna do much really,
No, not against this army anyway.
right? So pestilence.
Just got to be careful to make sure that Ajax goes down. And
Yeah.
the Cyclops aren't near it.
Target is 0.
Braindead, yeah, Braindead
Okay,
now targeting
quick
down the hero.
pullback. This Cyclops is gonna go down, but the Ajax is gonna go down as well. So
And there's Achilles in now.
Achilles is here too. Yeah. Good pullback from Starko to save the
Arrow's
Ajax.
getting some halberdiers in. Those are going to hit very well against the Braindead cab. Going straight for the TC. No Pestilence cast. I'm
Yeah,
very
that's
surprised
weird.
not to see the Pestilence. And Swampland down for Braindead.
I would expect
Actually, that's an
immediate
aggressive
pestilence.
Swampland. Sorry, not the defensive one. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
that was a terribly timed Pestilence, I'm afraid. I think that was unlucky. I think he probably decided
wanted-
to click it.
yeah.
Ceasefire came in. But
Yeah,
that
I
is
agree.
unfortunately.
I don't know
very,
why
very bad
Sensei waited so long. As soon as he saw Swampland, just cast your ceasefire. It's good.
He was maybe trying to wait for the Pestilence, to be honest, which is a very good move from him.
If
And
that
then
was
in the
the
end,
case, yeah, that was quite insane move.
the Swampland was needed, and then ceasefire makes sense. But he was
There's-
probably waiting for one of the god powers to come out, I guess.
There's quite a few villagers spraying for Starko. I wonder what's the angle for him. We do see ancestors being casted from Isis
Right,
player.
yeah. He might be busy microing his army and has been producing villagers from the TC onto there. I don't know, but ancestors down for Taufalik to try and get a bit more damage.
Oh right. Second
And
sentinel.
that's second Sentinels, yeah. That'll be where the favor's going.
Yeah. This is a
I can't quite
pretty...
tell exactly what's going on here.
Yeah,
The
me
colours are
neither.
all over the place.
I just wanted
But
to
the
say
Cyclops
this
is
is a
down.
pretty straight up game. Like they're just fighting no raids. I mean there were a couple, but main point is Starko's base. And
Yeah.
it seems like Eccentric won the fight.
Yeah, they seem to have defended this pretty well. Lost a tower, Sentinels down.
It was pretty okay
They're now
for
pushing,
them.
pushing Friends of Mythology back, and with TCs behind it. Saint Seiya's actually gone 3 TC, or going 3 TC now.
I do
He's gonna
believe
have a lot of meat
Senseiya
going
didn't send a single
further in the
unit.
game.
He is sending some now, but during the fight, did you ever see Senseiya's units in Starko's base?
No, I'm guessing he didn't. I'm guessing he just did the early damage to Taufalek and then decided to boom behind it.
Which is understandable. Kind of strong strat for Poseidon, but
Yeah, it's quite a common one, isn't it? It does work. It does work.
very true. We do see some spears from Taufalek. And attempt on a raid with Scorpion Man on the forward TC, but
Oh yeah,
it's not gonna end up good.
yeah. Into the Poseidon, I guess Spearman makes sense, but you got to have something to deal with the center as well. And now Arrow and Starko are looking to push House of Horus' base.
And House of Horus doesn't have much units. Yeah.
No, not at all. Brain Dead did have some cavalry before, but they seem to be.
I believe
roaming around
he's
the map.
trying to raid
Raids.
Arrow,
Yeah.
but there is no hole in Arrows. But actually, there is. He can catch some foot villagers in this position, just outside to the left side of Starko's base.
Yes,
Arrow's
true.
base.
Yeah, he should be able to retreat back through the Earth Wall if he's quick to spot it.
He is
question is whether he
microing
will
the
be-
fight, though. He is backing down, though. Yeah, the villagers are going
He's
down.
not spotting it at all. Still hasn't reacted. This is very big from Brain Dead.
Very good raid, I agree. I mean, we do see
And they're getting
Kuafu.
trapped in between as well.
Oh, this is a huge raid, actually.
8 or 9 villages, I think, there.
10
Massive
villagers,
from-
actually.
10
Or am I
villages, yeah.
wrong? I don't think it's 10.
I don't know. I wasn't counting.
I mean, I was just
But
checking
something in that
the
region.
number of units killed, you know? And I'm assuming Naginatas weren't in the fight previously, so that's just an estimation, I guess. We do see a lot
And
of...
yeah, more raids from Brain Dead onto Arrow's villages. They're trying to retreat into Saint Seiya's TC, but definitely 1 or 2 going down.
Braided doing a good job with raids so far.
Really good, yeah.
There are a lot of Saint Seiya's villagers in this position too. Village decided to shank, okay. So a good raid from Starko on the top right side. Next to the House of Horus' second TC.
Oh, yep.
Couple
Yeah,
of
he's currently attacking
villagers
the Grand
went
Raid, but-
down, yeah. He
Although
did kill like
it seems
4
like House of Horus
villages.
is going to fight this with archers. I'd probably turn around and fight that, to be honest. I think those tops go down pretty quickly to the FPS.
Yeah, very true.
In the end, he uses Curse.
Oh, this
think that's
curse
quite
is
needed to be honest,
questionable though. Score is 0-0 as it's shown in the scoreboard. Heimdall?
These Naganatas aren't leaving in the bottom corner. But Arrow does have some halberdiers in to defend, so they
There
will
is
go
a
down
Tao
if,
Wu coming too, so these are
Yeah,
gonna die.
Braindead's not careful.
I love Tao special, man.
Yeah, it's very good, isn't it? Most of the time I'm annoyed that it slows down my army so much, but then when I actually get to use the special, I love going bowling.
Yeah, exactly. There is a little skirmish on the above the Sarkos main base, so
Oh yeah.
he is being doubled at the moment. Army is not big.
Yeah, he's
but
done well to get the Ajax onto the Cyclops.
I do believe a couple of his villagers died on this position though.
Oh yeah, he was trying to build a house. Forward house.
Among other things, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But the villager
Yeah, Braindead and House of
differential is
Horus pushed it back.
kinda huge.
Yeah, that's going to be very difficult to overturn. Could need more raids if they're going to get out of this.
There are some Prodormus from Starko and he's making a fortress in his main base. There is a trade already for Nua.
And got into a lot of Prodromus actually, as the Hades player. Saint Seiya is trying to push into Taufalek. There is a double Migdol there and monuments.
So not the best
I don't know if
place.
Sensei
There are
quite has
also
enough to push yet,
some
but
camels too.
he's starting to get Prodromos out, which will hit hard into the camels and do quite well into the chariots as well. Why
I
didn't he
would
sell the
love to
armory
see
upgrade?
some
No.
spears from ISIS too, but it
Yeah,
seems
at
not
least
gonna
to
be the case.
force him away from Prodromos.
Yeah, exactly. And then Tao is there too.
Yeah, taking down the monument first.
There is another sentinels on Starker's base, and archers are kind of caught by the cav. This position outside the Talpic's base is going to slowly be taken down, I guess. There are a
Yeah,
lot
he
of
hasn't got anything enough
Petrobolos.
to defend this really. Petrobolos, the Prodromos. He can't really go into Migdol units with those Prodromos around.
Yeah, exactly. Poseidon kind of counters everything
Yeah,
from the mid goal. These archers are actually doing the great damage versus Prodromos on Sarko's side. They're not really able to kill them, and House of Horus is utilizing the elevation here. Very cool to see.
does that work in Age of Mythology?
Not really, there's no bonus.
Okay, there's no bonus, but yeah.
But it's kind of cool
Unfortunately, Braindead has
positioning, yeah.
resigned. It's fun to look at.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming that Taufalik and the House of Horus will follow soon, but perhaps not.
I'm not sure what happened with Braindead. Did he get traded or something?
Perhaps I don't know what exactly caused the resign. Perhaps they kind of realised they were too far behind. But
I mean, it was an interesting attempt, I guess. House of Horus is fighting valiantly here, trying to bring this one back, but I'm quite surprised Noah actually decided to go for a trade. There is a trade going on at the moment.
yeah, really going hard into that boom.
I don't really think that's what...
I'm often surprised. People do it in team games a bit more, I guess. But I'm quite often surprised to see people going to trade before the gold mines are near it expiring. It's not something I do anyway.
I mean, it would have some sense, right? With Egyptians, for example, like GrA, you can spam rain and then you have cheap farms and you can establish strong food economy for the trade to pay off
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, it's better.
Reload at the same time.
I'm paused at 6 seconds.
Okay, go. I'm at 7 at the moment.
Okay, great. I've just gone.
Nice. Okay. Alrighty. So the second game is gonna be played on Alheim. Kinda boomy map. Makes sense for the god picks, I guess.
Yeah, all of these players, I guess, can kind of go for a boomy strategy. Susanoo, I don't think of Susanoo as a particularly boomy god, but getting to that mythic age for the Dragon Typhoon is so much value that I guess you can do that.
I would expect them both, all three of the eccentrics to go boomy. I did watch some El Cucina games. I believe he was playing some tournament from the Brazilian side. And
Okay.
he does like to take a TC as Susano, which is something we don't normally see often, I guess.
Well, yeah, saying that, I guess Minakatatomi, you get Shrine of the Hunt to help defend. You get the free hunt, so you can to get that boom off a bit easier.
Yeah,
I think my Japan knowledge isn't so good, so maybe I was speaking too quickly there, saying that.
I do
people don't
believe
tend to go for
Japan can
TCs.
boom quite good. Especially when you go for the Minakatatomi, yeah, that angle seems really juicy. Like the extra gather rate on the hunt, and then the Shrine of the Hunt as well. Those wolves are really hard to deal with if you have no heroes.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Friends of Mythology. I do believe something similar is gonna happen as the last game. I don't think they're 2 TC enjoyers.
Perhaps not. It can be quite hard to make a proper push on this map. But maybe they'll try and do something similar. Place down, I don't know, Forward Fortress with Hades or Monument and Migdol with Isis, something like that.
Yeah, that
Try
could
and
be
claim some
quite
of the map.
useful. And then maybe a forward shrine with Miko, something like forward wolves. I don't know.
Yeah, no one's done that since release really. But
Yeah,
is there a reason that forward Shrine of the Hunt doesn't work anymore, or is it just that people know how to counter it?
I do believe
Did
it.
they nerf it?
It's like it provides if you lose it, right? That
Yeah,
actually, I don't know. Do the deers stay after the shrine is
they do, I
destroyed?
believe. Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah.
risky. You do provide like 4 or 5 deers to your opponent, which I don't think anyone wants to, right? Especially in 1v1s.
It would be quite fun to see a team go for a full-on rush. I mean, you saw us try. We tried like a Noir tower rush alongside a crush in one of our games. Maybe a team fancies doing like a crush with a Shrine of the Hunt, a forward Shrine of the Hunt as well. Just do
I
weird things like that and see what happens.
I do like to watch those kind of games. They're really fun to see.
Yeah, me too.
We do see the Thor open with the armory. He's going for the kind of classic start with Thor. He does have one upgrade. I believe he's not having anything else good. Oh, he's okay. He changed. I was thinking he's gonna go for Freya since he picked that, but he changed to Forseti at the last moment.
Okay, interesting. It's not really a particularly good map for raiding, I guess, is it? Yeah, I'm not surprised to see the armory opening. I don't bet any of Isis, Hades, or Susanoo to try and punish
Personally, I
a
would
late
even go
advance.
for all 3 upgrades. I did
Yeah, me
see
too.
some people go for that, and they're not delayed that much. It's like a 5 minute advance, and as you said,
Yeah.
in these matchups, there's nothing they can do to punish him really, and then the map is also closed. You just see kind of the fastest advance is from Friends of Mythology Susano. He is opting for the is it Ameno Uzume, the Swampland guy?
No, that's how am I forgetting the name?
I'm having trouble with the names of Japanese gods, to be honest.
I know that I did know the name. Inaria Kami is the
Inario
one.
Kami, yes. We do see a
But
stable
yes,
too, so it's gonna be Cav and some Kitsunes. I believe ICC.
yeah, I guess Swampland can get good value on this map. Catch the enemy in a choke point. Drop
Okay, Ice
Swampland
is
as the-
actually going for a forward town center. That's interesting. Against Thor too.
Yeah, that could be risky. Saint Seiya is moving forward and looks like he's going to spot this. Oh no, he's grabbing a relic. Maybe he won't spot this actually.
Oh,
Well, the
he
troll is-
spotted it with
He spotted it.
Starko Scout spotted it, yeah.
Ah, yes. I'm not sure Saint Seiya has enough to deny it at the moment, but I think against Thor this could be dangerous. He can do a lot of damage further down the line.
There are a lot of units coming in. Not units, there's a villagers, my bad. So there is a troll and a
Yeah.
couple of Heresiers, which is
Just
not
trying to
gonna
pick off
be...
the Sphinx at the moment, but with that speed, I think the Sphinx is fine. Well, if it keeps running, that is.
Okay, there is another
And
Heresier.
Starko, yeah, Restoration on the left-hand side, trying to deny this House of Horus TC. And I think he might manage to do that. He's got... Oh no, sorry, it's just one hero in. There's 2 Ajaxes, but
Okay,
the villagers
but
are...
a lot of villagers going down, and we do see
Yeah,
a
in a bad
cycle.
spot.
Is it a...
He's got 1 villager building the TC, which means it's got 83 seconds left. He's going to have to bring some more in.
There is one coming in from the right side. He was
Yeah, but
finishing
this
the wall. But this villager
Starko's
is
Ajax
gonna
is
go
not going to go
down.
down quick enough. I'd even be tempted to snipe the Cyclops while I'm here.
Yeah, this is disaster for House of Horrors.
And the Isis player does get his TC up.
He
Saint
is
Seiya is going to be walling up pretty quickly behind
placing
that.
some walls. I'm kind of surprised Bandit didn't really help House of Horrors to deal with this situation here. There are a
He's
lot
got
more
some cav
villagers
in
coming.
now. And yeah, House of Horror... sorry, yes, yeah. Cav over onto... I think he got... he responded to Talfelic's TC grab. Initially.
I do believe
He's got some
Talfelix
cav
was
over
kind
there,
of
but-
fine, right? There were like
Yeah,
3
there wasn't
Heresiers and
really
a
enough
troll.
from the Thor player.
Yeah.
But House of Horus has lost a lot there. And it's so much idle time to bring another, 8 villagers over.
Starko did take
Now-
us TC behind this.
Yeah, Saint Seiya is actually grabbing a forward TC as well, but looking like this is going to get denied, actually. Braindead has Cav, he's got
There are
the
some priests
Joragumo in.
too. This might get denied. The Berserker died too.
If they can get more units out than it, I think it will be, but one
This,
Naginata going down.
this is a pretty good move with priests healing the...
Yeah, he's got to keep that Naginata running, though.
There are 2 more Naginata.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Two
Oh,
more. I think this
this
will
is
get
going
denied.
down.
Keep that one alive. Yeah.
100%. This is going down.
Oh, yeah. More Naginatas in.
There is
There's
El
no way Saint
Cuchino's
Seiya's getting this up.
Naginata Riders as well, but these Naginata
And
Riders...
Swampland dropped down from El Cuchino. They're determined to get this up. I think it might get denied by the Joragumo, but I think they've got to run. I think Braindead and Talfalik, they've done their damage. I think this is fine. Now you leave, I think, personally.
This is a double swampland from both sides, right?
Oh, it is?
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
So I don't know if El Cuchino's realised, because his cat, he's lost so many cabin.
He doesn't have any cavalry left, yeah.
Yeah. Good move from Braindead, actually, to drop that swampland in response.
There are only 3
Yeah, Taylor is not getting this.
The TC is going down.
Oh, Talfalik actually going 3 TC behind this.
Okay, this is unexpected, I have to say.
Friends of Mythology are making this a real game. This is looking good.
I would love to see Braindead going for a TC as well.
Yeah, with all these walls coming up, he's probably not going to get much value out of the Naginatas. I think he is, actually. If you look at his villagers, he's going forward with them. I think he is grabbing a TC.
Alright, nice. We do see a forward town center for him as well, so this is gonna be it looks like a good game. I'm kind of hyped.
Well, yeah, if you look at... So, they denied Saint Seiya's TC. There's Braindead's getting some raids off, actually, nicely on the right-hand side. I think Eccentric are in a bit of trouble. They're not booming as hard as the other team, but they also haven't really been able to get any damage done.
They have been losing a lot of units too.
And yeah, they're losing units. They're trying to take TCs and getting it denied. And if
there are some Naginata
Friends of
Riders.
Mythology, if the Friends of Mythology can sit on their TCs and get a significant villager advantage, they could be in a good position.
I do believe so.
Because the Susanoo player, the Thor player, they're not taking TCs. They look determined not to.
I do think House of Horrors is gonna need some help against Starko. Starko started really good, and he took a TC behind while killing like a lot of.
He's going into farms though, which slightly surprises me. He's got 6 farms down already. It's a decent investment that he doesn't really need to make at this point.
To be honest, the difference in villagers between Starko and House of Horrors is only 6. I would have expected it to be more, but this is quite okay, I guess.
Yeah, he took a lot of idle time early, I think, House of Horrors, so the resource difference might be a bit bigger, but...
it's not as disastrous as I thought, so...
The skirmish in the middle here between Braindead and El Cuchino. I think El Cuchino's got the upper hand, though. Just Naginata on Naginata violence.
I do believe El Cuchino has more upgrades, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he actually has Bannerman, and he does have a Pierce upgrade. And a relic. Oh, cavalry hit points 10% to base. That's a huge relic.
That's big. That is big. Sensei is looking to... Oh, he's taking that TC again. He's also trying to bash down some walls in front of Talfalik. House of Horus up to the Heroic Age through Apollo.
Apollo, interesting.
He's just got to be careful because he doesn't have anything to defend himself with at the moment. He's done a fast Heroic, having gone 2 TC and lost a few villagers.
There are some Hippicons on the front position for Starko. He'll trying to kill the wall from...
Yeah, if that wall goes down, he could be in a little bit of trouble. If he gets some Prodromos out nice and quickly, he should be okay.
He is Ares though, so
as well.
Those Prodromos should be strong.
Yeah, it should work quite well actually, and I'm not sure why Starko's got into quite so many cav. It seems slightly surprising to me. But...
Okay, Sensei is having troubles getting the TC up.
Yeah, he really is, isn't he? I think there's only 2 herdmen there. I wonder whether, well, with El Cuchino backing it up, it'll go up now. But I wonder whether those Naginatas could have took that fight.
But this is quite a late TC from Saint Seiya.
Very late, yeah. You don't invest so much as Norse, so it's not. I don't think it's too bad. You don't invest that villager's time, but you're right, it is quite late.
But it does like It does slow down your food, so you kind of have harder time producing units, I guess.
Yeah. And now Starko's putting the pressure onto House of Horus. He's fighting with Prodromus, but he's only got 1 or 2 of them out. I think he needs to back off from this position for now.
I think Eccentrics are gonna pressure the position of the ISIS forward TC as well. There are 2 armies at the moment on that side. With the Miko healing, nice move. House of Horus did manage to deal with these raids. The pressure.
Yeah, I mean, these
actually.
Prodromus are so fast, so they're just going to chase around happily.
Okay, there is another
Swampland
Swampland.
Rainbound.
Not biggest of values, I guess. But he did force Zom out from this position, so that's good. There are some crocs for Isis as well. She aged
Well, I
up
think
through Sabak.
Seiya's got a bit of a ghost building down to try and deny the retreat from Braindead. He's done a good job there.
Very good job, yeah. But
Unfortunately, this position, yeah, is open.
yeah, he's just gonna be able to run around. And
It
there
would
is
have
a
been
rock
nice
as well.
if he could have garrisoned through the TC and got units over. He's still trying to do it. He's still trying to deny the escape, but not quite. Not quite.
He wants those guys dead. There is a push from El Cucino as well through the middle, but there are
Yeah.
upgraded walls, and I see middle and the monument, so it's not gonna happen.
A lot of Axeman from Talfalik. He's going Axeman Camel. I don't mind that actually. I was a bit worried at first because of all the cav from El Cucino.
I really like
I think
that
the
comp
Axeman are okay,
actually.
Yeah. With the Norse player here as well, I think that's quite a good composition to deal with these 2 armies.
There is pressure on the top side from Starko. He's trying to make a forward fortress and pressure.
Now this is something you don't see every day. Prodromus wars in a Hades mirror.
Exactly. Kind of weird.
I think that fortress is going to go down.
Although
With the villagers there to shank bait.
Starko
I'm not
is
sure if it's
Athena,
quite
right?
what a good idea for House of Hades to be here. Oh, and El
Yeah.
Cucino drops the Thunderburst. They really want this up.
Not the biggest of values from Thunderburst, I guess.
No,
not
it
the
allows
worst.
them to get the fortress up, which I guess with these 4 Prodropolis, they want to keep those Prodropolis alive. If you lose the army here, you lose a lot of value from
Starko
that-
is
that
losing a
much
lot
people
of
dying.
units though.
Yeah, I think now pull back. Just defend the fortress, get it up, and use the siege. I don't think he needs to push in with the Prodromus here.
Braindead
TC does
needs
go
to
down.
swing this on this side. He is doing so with a couple of Naginata riders, but they are not going to
Yeah,
be
that's
able
good.
to deal with Prodromus though.
No, there's only a couple. I mean, they've got the 1.2 multiplier, but
There are also spears, so this army kind of completely counters Naginata riders.
yeah. And El Cucino's bringing army across.
Oh.
Oh my god, flaming weapons, locust, eclipse all coming down here. Big
Big
fight.
fight, yes.
And a swampland from El Cucino. He's got to get those camels away now, Talfalek. He does manage to do so.
Okay, he's kind of fine.
He's trying, yeah, he's trying to fight it, but I would retreat behind the wall there. Let the flaming weapons go. That's not a problem.
I
Oh,
believe
and
this is
Braindead's got a
good
lot of
fight.
cabin on this left-hand side. Fighting under the fortress and sentinels might be a bit of a risk, but he does have a good amount of cabin.
Yeah, that's true. There are also sentinels. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to deal with this army. I
Yeah,
believe.
with the Prodromos as well. He just
Yeah.
needs at least something to back the Naganatas up. I don't think
They
Naganatas
just
can go
delete
in.
those Naginata riders. It
Yeah.
wasn't even close.
El Cucino looking like he's going to try and push Braindead's TC here.
Braindead just
Or at least
lost
go
all
for
his
the
army,
raids.
so it makes sense.
Yeah, he's got some Raiju raiding around into Braindead's main base. Trying to find some villagers to pick off.
Man, I hate those Rajas. This
Yeah,
is
same.
such a disgusting unit, man.
Talfalik has quite a big army of camels here. If he could make a bit of a dent in Saint Seiya, then Friends of Mythology can find themselves in a good position.
He also has a bit
gotta
of a
try and-
siege weapon, so he's gonna be able to
Yeah.
push through this position.
They've got to try and stop the bleeding on the left-hand side, but Talfalik's looking like he's in a good position here.
I believe Senseiya doesn't have many units out. He's at currently 62, and Tauflik is at 103, so the military advantage is on his side.
I think it might be a mistake going so many camels into this Thor player. Maybe the answer is for Talfalik to rotate around and try and take on El Cucino's army. I see Naganatas, I see
He is doing
Yumi
so
Horse
now.
Archers. Yeah, and here we go with the Thunderburst. This is a good move. Try and catch them all out.
I would love to see crocodiles brought here to deal with these pesky Raijas.
Yeah, he's bringing them over. He hasn't got. He's only got one priest, but the crocodiles can deal with the Raiju, like you say.
Yeah, but crocodiles are actually attacking. Okay. Half-Lick is actually huge.
Yeah, I mean he went 3 TC so early in the game, and alongside Brain Dead was able to deny the Thor TC. So
But House of Horus' position looks really, really dodgy for Friends of Mythology. I believe.
yeah, I think he needs to go into some hoplites here maybe to deal with the Prodromus.
Yeah, exactly. He did age up through
Well, he's lost his
Hephaestus.
home TC as well.
Yes.
But yeah, he did get the Hephaestus off. That is good.
Although I'm not sure if he has time to go through all the upgrades. He's not even having a favor to research the Forge of Olympus.
Yeah, that's you really want to get that in as soon as you can. That's a really difficult situation to find yourself in.
Although they
We've
are.
got villagers fighting the Prodromus here as well. A lot of them going to go down.
Kind of weird position for them. On the right side, they're doing quite good. The pressure for half.
I think he needs a few more axemen, something other than camels.
He went completely
perfect
into
there.
camels. Does he have any
He
X?
did, yeah. No, I guess Pasukos will do a lot of damage to Herdman or whatever.
Because there is a one
Since
chariot
he's got
archer
Member.
too. But
I
Sensei
think he
is
can make
having
this
a
push
hard
happen a
time.
bit faster. He keeps pulling back. I think he can go for it.
He kind of needs to go for it. Although Sensei has
Yeah.
Heroes of Ragnarok available.
Time is
Times of
the
essence,
essence
yeah.
with losing on the left hand side. Swapland drop down from Brain Dead, trying to hold this position. There's not actually that many units here though. You've got what, 3 or 4 Prodromus that died there. The rest are Myth units.
They
Or
did manage
heroes.
to clean all the units in this position. And if Rafalik manages to push through, it can be a bit dodgy for Eccentric.
Yeah, yeah. House of Horus continually trying to get this TC up, but I don't think it's quite ready yet. I don't know if Talflick has any spare resources he can contribute. We can have a look at the end of the game if they've been doing that. But
He actually has a lot of resources he could send to his allies.
I think he needs to
Susano
if he
is
can.
kind of struggling with food. He doesn't have any food at the moment for Friends of Mythology. I don't know if he has any villagers too. I think he has some.
I like this. I like Talflick getting the chariot archers out. He was pretty much full camel earlier. See him
This is
engage
some
him from
horse
start.
archers for Braindead as well, which are gonna be good at dealing with these hoplites.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, there are like 3 Raijas and 3 Fire Giants.
Yeah, got to find a way to deal with those myth units. Pasukos can do it, but I think there's only 3 in at the
Upgraded
moment.
Pitsukas are
Really
kinda good.
want some priests. We've got some chariot archers in the back just attacking buildings. You need to get those forward.
True.
Get them doing something.
Although
Yeah,
I do
the-
believe this position is gonna be taken by the Tafalik. Surely.
I think with this many Raiju, it could be tricky. The Pasukos are almost dead. And I don't know, I don't see any priests.
Although Sensei has no units left, right?
Yeah, but these units tank so much. I mean, the camels, the chariots, I don't think they're going to do much into the fire giants and the Raiju.
I would love to
I
see
think
some
people
priests
will be
as
quite
well.
surprised. Yeah, I think he needs priests a minute, 2 minutes ago. I think these units will actually... He might lose the TC, but... I think these
Front
units will
position
actually clear
from
up their
Braindead
own.
is being pressured by El Cucino at this moment. He is going all in on this position, it seems.
Yeah,
like.
and Starko's pushing around onto the left as well.
And he also
They've got all
aged
their
up
army
through
in,
the fastest, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be iron upgrades for Starko pretty soon. We do see a Titan, Secrets of Titans in queue for Starko as well.
Yeah, Starko's in a good position to do that. He's gone up to 4 TC, got all his farms down. He hasn't got fortified town centres. I'd quite like to see that.
Yeah, that's true.
And Talflick is still managing to make a push. So he's trying to get a hill fort up, but I think he's built that a little bit too far forward.
Yeah, that should go down. We do see a
Talflick just needs to make sure his whole army's fighting if he's going to take this.
there are some priests at the moment coming in for Tafalik. 4 of them. I would love to
I-
see another
yeah.
temple.
Yeah, I think you need more than 4 with 3 fire giants. We've got an underworld. Where's this going?
Okay,
This is
from
onto the
here.
back. Is this to a teammate? I found one place on the left. Don't know if you can see the other one.
There is an underworld to the main base of Braindead from the House of
Okay.
Horus's position. So
Yeah, the other side is over on the left to defend.
and then El Cochino is trying to pressure on the Tafalik side as well with some spears.
Oh, and now we see the
Oh
Dragon
my
Typhoon
God.
onto Talfalik. This could be brutal. All those chariot archers dying.
They all died.
Oh my god. Instantly dying.
And he's retreating towards it.
He's retreating
No.
through it. Not gonna work, unfortunately. That is huge
That is
damage.
GG right here.
We could maybe see a Mythic Age from Brain Dead. Is that going to come in anytime soon? What's Brain Dead doing? He is going Mythic. He's just clicked up through Watatsumi.
He is going
So we
Mythic,
got
but
about
the
2 minutes
Phallic
before another
lost
Dragon
whole
Typhoon.
momentum.
Yeah, it depends whether you can hold. Is it in his base TC? It is in his home TC, so he should be able to hold on for that, but whether the damage is already done, it might be too late by then, to be honest.
And on the other side, Starko is just running over the House of Horus.
Yeah, and Saint Seiya as well. Now that Talfalik's big death ball is gone, these fire giants are tearing through.
He was in such a good position.
And House of Horus's Plenty Vault has been stolen by Starko. Not good for the Friends of Mythology.
There is a TC going up for Starko at the main base of House of Horus.
Yeah, he's gone up to 5 fortified TCs. There's still a TC in the back, actually, not being taken by El Cucino. Want to make sure you got all the pop you
Same
can
can
at
be
this stage.
said by the Braindead. He also neglected his back TC for some reason.
Yeah.
Not sure why. There is a
Son of Osiris in. That's very big into these fire giants. If
Okay.
you can take those out.
Okay.
Just got to be a little bit careful with the Son of Osiris, but
We do see
Time to get
Starko.
Starko.
Yeah.
where's this? Somewhere safer. I mean, I don't think Starko's going to lose his position, but
Starko is so huge right now. He's making a Titan in a comfortable spot, just outside of his main base. The Tafalik
Son of
actually
Osiris?
managed to deal with Saint Seiya's army, and Son of Osiris is just now being targeted.
yeah, Saint Seiya seems to be going for like a fire giant Godi composition or something. Seems like he's trying to snipe the pets of X. I guess the Godis take the pets of X and then the fire giants to clean everything else. But with the Son of Osiris in now, he's in a good position, but House of Horus does resign.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he has been pushed a bit too far.
This was a fun game though.
This was a very good game. Yeah, Friends of Mythology made that really, really good.
I was actually expecting more of a 1 TC game from them, but then they decided to go for a 3 TC actually. More precisely, Tafalik, and he played a great game, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they managed to... Calflet got 3 TC up without losing too much, and then they
Denied
Braindead
the
managed to
TC.
deny this TC for Saint Seiya. If House of Horus had a bit more luck on this TC, if Starko hadn't got his heroes in early, then maybe it could have gone a bit differently. He just lost quite a lot
Yeah,
early in the game
very
trying
much
to take
true.
that TC. But
I don't know what was the idea behind going to Ares and then trying to grab a forward TC. That seems kind of too risky, no?
yeah, they all went for forward TCs actually first, which was quite interesting. I think normally it would be back TC first, but yeah.
I mean, I would approve of the forward TC, if you have a resto and you have help of your allies, so you can
I guess
comfortably
Sentinels
take it.
as well. You can chuck a Sentinels down on the forward TC to defend it afterwards, but
But with Ares,
obviously you've got to get it up.
it's really hard to actually get it up, and then the
Yeah.
Minotaur is also better mid unit to defend. Like you can space out the heroes and stuff.
Yeah, it's not super slow like the Cyclops.
Yeah.
I think you might like Hades because he went Hades last game as well, and maybe expecting the Hades that was opposite him to go 2 TC, which he did, but yeah, he needed something to deal with that early hero.
Cool. Alright, so in the top corner of the map, we are gonna be seeing Eccentrics, and As their left flank, there's gonna be Starko playing Hades. Pocket player is gonna be Arrow playing Gaia, and the other flank is gonna be Saint Seiya. On the game is a bit buggy, no? It seems like a slow mode. Or am I tripping?
Mine's okay. Is yours still slow?
Okay, it's okay now, I guess. So on the other side, we do see new player for Friends of Mythology playing Susano on the right flank, and it's gonna be Brad Mantoffel. Did I say it right? I hope I did
Yeah,
say it
and
right.
Susanoo.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing
Everyone going for docs this time, which I think is the right move.
lovely. They're all going for dogs. I love to see it. This should be a good game. We do see Talfolek playing his Isis. Very good, strong game from him last time. So I'm kind of looking
Yeah, did very
forward.
well.
And then we see Pocket Braindead. This time is Hades. So kind of good change for this map, I guess.
Yeah, you sort of naturally end up in these positions on the main island, but Pocket here probably doesn't mean quite as much as it does in other maps.
I do like
Arrow,
the
I think, has to sort out these oracles. He's got 2 on his home island, and they're not doing any scouting.
yeah, he's kind of slow with spreading the oracles. There's only one on the main island. And then I do think Saint Seiya is kind of taking one of his fishing spots. I don't like the way Friends of Mythology spread the fishing. So the pocket player is going for
Yeah.
the 9 fish in front, and the side players are actually going far right and left.
Yeah, I think you're right. That is the move. When we played, we didn't really discuss it. We just kind of went into the game. But yeah, I think you're right. You can plan this fish a little bit better with a bit of planning.
Yeah, if you don't actually plan it, the middle player has some possibilities to end up behind just due to low amount of fish and like
Yeah.
low food source. But I guess the main island does have a lot of food. Now that I'm looking at, there's a lot of hypos. There's a lot of
There's a lot of everything, to be
ears.
honest.
Yeah,
I guess
exactly.
it looks very condensed, but that's just because the island is with the water there taking up a lot of the map. I guess it needs to be condensed, otherwise there's not enough resources. But it looks like there's gold mines everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just like strolling through the map, and like every frame is the new gold mine.
Yeah, exactly. We do have the temple on the mainland coming up for Saint Seiya.
Understandable, I guess. I'm assuming he wants to age up through Freya here, no?
I would
Maybe.
imagine so. He normally goes for a lot of raiding, doesn't he? Or Cav at least.
Alex says, also Norse, you can wall big time on this map, and it's easy to wall. Yeah, that's true. I agree. Norse is kind of good on this map. There are these cliffs that you can wall off
Yeah.
the map quite easily.
Go for like a home duel angle and just spam walls everywhere. Safeguard.
Yeah, very true.
I'm sure they can get around them with transport ships, but it's also, are people going to be, microing to constantly move their armies in transport ships? It's a bit of a pain to do. Gives you opportunities if they are going to do that.
There is a temple on the main island for Arrow as well. He did transfer.
Darko looking like he's going to put one up as well. He's got some villages there. Oh no, he's got his temple on his homeland actually.
Give me a moment. Okay.
What about the Friends of Mythology there? They seem to be building temples on their homeland. They haven't transferred across yet.
There is a chance they might haven't played this map, right? I mean, they did know this is going to be the admin pick, but
Yeah, quite possibly. They might not have anything prepared. I think you want to get onto the middle island pretty early if you can.
there is a monument going on for the ISIS player. And is this a village center?
Talfalik is, building a village center. Okay, this is interesting.
Okay. But what's the idea behind it? Like, is he gonna go for the first heroic and then
Brain
go...
Dead is going for a village center as well.
Okay, so
we
they
can see a village
definitely did play this. This is a plan.
Yeah, this is definitely a plan. I'm not convinced it's a good one.
I'm not sure too. There's not enough researchers to be doing this on the main on the
I mean, you
home
can
island.
go to heroic and then get gold with camels. You know, you can survive here. Camels, farms. I guess wood you run out eventually, but
There are two military
sorry, not camels.
buildings.
Trade. I mean, when I say camels, but
There are
I
two
just don't
military
think you're going
buildings for
to win like
Susano
this.
on the home island too.
Yeah, I think you need the military buildings on the mainland, but also if he's the only one doing it, he's just going to get.
And then
completely
there's
rolled
also a
over.
monument in the Susano's base by Talafek. So I'm assuming they're
It looks,
expecting something.
yeah, it looks like they want to stay on this island. I mean, that's him trying to block an underworld or something like that, right?
I assume that
Do
would
they
be the
want to
case
stay
here.
here? I think if they stay here, they're just going to lose, if I'm honest. I don't think they can afford to do this.
Arrow is taking a TC on the main island, which is understandable considering there's nothing going on for the Friends of Mythology currently on the main island.
Yeah, Telfilic has a Sphinx in. Tried to get a bit of damage on to Starko's TC as well, that he's grabbing, but
Starko
didn't
did
work.
went for Ares this time around, so it's gonna be reverse roles, I guess.
Okay, yeah. They, I think Arrow, Saint Seiya, and Starko have kind of scouted that there's not really much going on the main island, and that's why they're grabbing the TCs. Maybe they've read that.
I'm kind of curious to
Friends of
see what
Mythology are happy.
did they see actually. So they're just now scouting the main island, one Caladria, and they don't know about the village centers.
No, Bratman Toffle's going for one as well, although that is spotted by Saint Seiya.
Okay, it's spotted now.
I think they're going to be perfectly happy with this. They're getting TCs.
To be honest,
All of
I
getting
think
TCs
this
now.
is a underworld angle for Friends of Mythology. I think they're gonna go for it. I'm
Do you think
pretty
Underworld
sure.
onto the home island of?
Yes, something like that. But I don't think it's worth in this way.
I agree. I think maybe what do you want a fast heroic if you're doing that? I think this is too much eco for that to really work. I think the eccentric team will just have too much on the main island by the time that happens, and they can
True.
recover from that even if they lose their base.
There is a village center for Japan player as well, so
Yeah, here we go. Arrow's going for a third TC. I think that's the right move. If
exactly. It's a perfect move.
Friends of Mythology aren't going to get any presence out there, just take all the TCs.
Although Urush is saying maybe they will underworld on the middle island. Actually,
I think that's probably the better underworld, but I'm not convinced the underworld works here.
also there
I
is
think you're
like,
just going to be behind after all's said and done.
I mean, unit-wise, it's pretty close. Both teams having like a minimal number of units so far.
But that's the thing, right? They're both not making army.
Yeah,
But,
ICC is going
Friends of
heroic.
Mythology are stuck here with not many resources and village centers, whereas Eccentric are just getting TCs.
So, Isis and Hades for Friends of Mythology are going heroic, and then
Okay.
Odin is also going. Okay, so Odin and Hades on the other side are going heroic. There's gonna be Underworld soon. And we do see Braindead's Ajax on the main island sniping a Cyclops from Starko. And taking a relic home.
I can't find the Ajax, but I see the Achilles.
Building
Chariot.
hit
Oh no,
points.
sorry, Nose of the Sphinx. Sorry, building hit points. Arrow's going very far forward with his villagers. Is he going to grab
He's
another
gonna
TC?
take a TC.
I think he might be.
Oh no, he's building a dock on this side. Yeah. Or I don't know what they wanna do.
There's a rock from Taufalik, possibly looking for where that underworld could go, maybe.
Still not many units though. There are some Crocs coming in. Some Toxotis as well.
I do see 2 siege works though from Taufalik.
Okay, okay. Interesting.
Maybe this is the move. Yeah, look, if you have a look at their Friends of Mythology's base, they're gathering all their units in one place. So I think they are going to go for this.
There's also a couple of samurais, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Samurai's coming out. I don't know if this is going to work.
Arrow going for the 40C
Oh.
at the moment.
Arrow's going, maybe Arrow's going too hard, and yeah, same with Saint Seiya, he's got 3 TCs. Maybe they're pushing a little bit too hard on Eco. I don't think they need this many. I know that they've got the whole middle island, but I don't think they need this many TCs to make this work.
Arrow actually has only 10 units at the moment, so this underworld could
Interestingly,
be
yeah,
problematic
if they find the right
potentially.
spot for it.
Exactly.
Interestingly, the samurai are garrisoned inside the siege tower at the moment.
Okay. Oh, this is a lot of siege towers.
It is a lot of siege towers. Okay, there's the underworld. Yeah, they're looking to push into Saint Seiya.
Oh, it's on the Saint Seiya side. Villagers first.
Yeah, this could be
Okay.
dangerous. Are they going through the underworld? They've sent the villagers first, and the villagers are currently getting hit. There we go.
Okay, so
I quite like the garrisoning of the samurai. They're going to take out the sentinels first, and then I guess only ungarrison the samurai when the army comes in to defend.
okay
Frost
for
is
us.
a good move. One siege tower gets away, but that might actually not be a good thing. So now it can die.
Okay, there
there's
is an
underworld
underworld
from
from Starko too.
Presumably, yeah, in to defend.
I would much more prefer it on the main island of Friends of Mythology. That could be
Saint Seiya's
interesting.
not paying attention. He needs to take out this siege tower. He's going to lose his TC.
He did pull all the
Rather than
villagers
attacking all
back.
these frosted units.
He's trying to take down the underworld from this position.
That makes sense, I guess, yeah. Stop them getting reinforcements across. But I think losing the TC for free there, I think you could definitely deny that.
I mean, I don't
Friends of
think.
Mythology might have pulled something out here. This could be good.
Yeah, I don't
Saint
think
Seiya was grabbing,
Eccentric.
well, he is grabbing a 4th TC actually.
Exactly, I don't think Eccentric team has enough units to deal with all this. There is a lot of units for Friends of Mythology at the moment. And these villagers are probably gonna do the mid goal on this position, I assume.
Yeah, they are starting to harass fish. Friends of Mythology are losing a lot of their fish.
Okay, so
While
there
this
is
is
a
happening.
mid goal. There is a
Where's the
Syla
big
to
also?
defend.
Oh yeah, I see it. I mean, Sukos, Manticores, getting a lot of them out can be really hard to deal with. They're very, very strong myth units.
And these samurai are just cleaning everything.
Yeah. I mean, this TC is going to go down so fast. There's so
To be
many-
honest, this seems
towers
like a
there.
good strat from Friends of Mythology. I mean, I didn't believe it first, but they managed to clean a lot of stuff here.
They have, yeah. I think the problem is they need to push fast because Eccentric can just sack this position. They have so many
They
CCs
also need
behind this.
villager
As long as
kills,
they
I
don't
believe.
fight. Yeah, I think as long as they don't fight, they're okay. The problem is they are losing units. I think it was a mistake to take this fight.
There are a lot of idle Toxotis. They could go hunt for villagers. Another TC for Sensei is
I think-
finished.
I think Arrow got a bit greedy as well, taking all these TCs. Same as Saint Seiya, he was going 4 TC as well. If they'd just taken the TC on the middle island, I mean, they could have gone 3 TC if they wanted, I guess. But taking 4, they didn't need to do that.
It is a bit too greedy, yeah, I agree. They kinda
They
underestimated
would
their
have had to get
opponents.
one, I think. Yeah, 100%. I think they thought the Gaia
They-
Forest there to try and cut off the Toxotes have got to get in quickly.
They actually have to
Yeah,
move,
he's
yeah.
blocking it now. But yeah, these siege towers. I mean, if he can get some priests out to heal them up as well.
These samurai are still going. There are like 5 of them just killing everything in their
Yeah.
way.
But yeah, if they can push at speed here, that's the problem. Can they do it quick enough? I mean, there's a lot of siege towers, so maybe they can do it quick enough.
Okay, there are some hero
I don't
Marmellos
think
coming
they're
in
able to.
from Arrow to try and deal with these
We'll get the
Pitsukos.
chariot archers onto those. Those Pitsukos are going down fast.
No. There is a restoration
Yeah,
for
onto
Friends of
backline as
Mythology
well.
as well. They didn't use it yet.
Arrow now up through Rhea. And now we see Bratman Toffel and Braindead grabbing TCs on the
On the
middle
main
island.
island.
I think that might be a mistake. I think you want to just continue the momentum here if you can.
That might be true,
Duration
and
drops.
they didn't get a lot of villager kills, so the villager differential is still kind of huge.
Swarm plan drop down. Bratman Toffel trying to take out these Toxotes.
So siege towers are trying to push through and kill this arrow.
They need a
TC
bit
in
of
the middle.
backup though. There's not really an army backing up these siege towers at this point, and I think it might have fallen a bit flat. This push that they had.
The map is really weirdly split right now. There are some like units from Susano player have to go through the Saint Seiya's base, and then
Yeah.
like the
That's the second
chariots.
Pestilence from Starko. Quite rare you see a second Pestilence.
I mean, Pestilence here, it doesn't seem too bad. It's really useful. And I assume he has like seven villagers spraying. Okay, 6 at the moment. He does seem like a player who likes to spam god powers.
I think unfortunately Eccentric are starting to push back. It's going to be a little bit tricky because they do have so much more of the map controlled than...
Very true. And then the fishing boom is also huge for Eccentric.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think there is a way that Friends of Mythology can hold this push.
Unfortunately not, yeah, I'd agree with that.
Although they are trying, the TC on the shore of the Friends of Mythology from Arrow is being sieged by the Braindead right now.
Oh,
with
yeah.
4 Petrobolos and a lot of archers.
Yeah, and Sentinels in to help defend.
There are some units from Starko coming in to this position to help, also some Contarius.
Yeah, trying to get rid of that siege. Because Braindead's actually trying to take that TC for himself.
Interesting.
These Migdals on the top right from Talflick are starting
He's
to
just
get cleaned
spamming mid goals everywhere.
up. Well, yeah, I guess Sun-Dried Mudbrick. He went up through Sobek, so he must have Sun-Dried Mudbrick.
Very true, but the mid goal still costs some favor, and favor is
Yeah,
an
yeah, they're
important
not cheap.
asset.
They
Yeah.
build a bit quicker, but a little bit discounted, but they're definitely not cheap.
There is a forest fire, but
Good reaction from Braindead there. Pull the tops away.
yeah, I just wanted to say there is like no damage done to these Toxotis. Very good pullback from Braindead.
Yeah, it's quite easy in this sort of game to not spot that happening when you've got so many things going on.
It happened to
try and
me
sneak
100
forest fire.
times.
Yeah, you
I
can
just
sneak
turned
forest
back.
fire out and
Yeah,
delete a whole army. You always got to make sure it's not happening to you when you see God Powers cast.
exactly.
Still
There
on the
is
top,
a
Outbreak going down.
palace coming
Third
up for Arrow.
Pestilence.
Another pestilence in this position, I assume. Yeah, he kinda disabled every building that Braindead had on the main island. Not every, but 50% of it.
Yeah, these Tox are holding well.
To be honest, the military differential is not that huge. I would expect it to be a lot bigger for Eccentric, but it's kinda
Me too,
close.
yeah. Talflick seems to be struggling a little bit. I'm not sure if he lost some villagers or he's just been spamming Migdals and...
I do believe he lost some villagers. And he lost a lot of units as well. I would like to
Big
see some
earthquake
camels.
here.
Oh,
I don't know
this is
if
nasty.
what will survive. If
TC is
it
gonna
all
go
survives,
down.
they can't follow up with a push, then it might be
No,
okay. But
TC didn't go down?
I don't think it was quite in the center of the earthquake. He did have some villagers repairing as well.
True. Good reaction though.
He's trying to get another TC. Braindead.
He wants that TC that Arrow had.
He does, he does.
Although our ISIS player here is kinda having some problems. Only 15 military units at the moment. He needs some help.
Yeah, really struggling. A nice swampland from Bratman Toffel. Since kind of just standing in that, to be honest. He's put it right on the TC that he's trying to grab. I think he's going to lose some cav to that.
He does have a lot of units, so
Yeah. Braindead really trying to get that TC up, but I don't think it's going to go.
Braindead and Brat actually caught up in score. It's quite even for them, but then Tafalik is really struggling at the moment.
Yeah, Talfalik just hasn't really got any map presence, I think. You see, he's getting so much wood on his home island. He's getting so much wood on the main island. I think he's just really struggled to carve out any resources for himself that are wood.
Yeah, I do believe that investing so much in those siege towers was a mistake. They could have gone for chariots or even camels.
Yeah, I mean, he just lost so much when those siege towers died. He couldn't really. He tried to push a TC without the army following him, and I think that lost a lot. Fimbulwinter going to be such a brutal god power here.
Yeah, a lot of villagers gonna go down. We do see villager count going down drastically. 10 villagers dead.
Oh my god.
15,
The
16.
massacre.
Yeah, this is a massacre, bro. A lot of villagers died. And the villager differential is kind of big right now. Oh my god, almost
Yeah, Brain Dead
15
catches out.
villagers died. 50 actually. This is disgusting. GG, well played to both teams, I guess.
Yeah, really interesting game plan from the Friends of Mythology there.
I like how they tried something new. They didn't want to play
Yeah.
like a
I
standard
mean,
team.
they almost caught them out. I think Eccentric weren't quite expecting that.
It
Maybe
was
they
very
were.
close.
They just wanted to take as many TCs as possible and deal with it after. You know, it's a big island. You can just retreat like they did.
I mean,
Lose a TC or two.
the
back,
follow-up
but-
from Braindead and Brad was actually fine. They even caught up in
Yeah.
score to a degree, and then
Yeah.
Talfalek was kind of behind, so he kind of pulled the entire team back. With very
I think
good
they just
performance
struggled
overall.
to get any sort of map control on the middle island. I mean, Telflick kind of took this position, but lost it a bit later, and then they only really had like this corner in the bottom right
Very true.
to hold, and then they started struggling for resources as a result. I think.
Maybe the mistake from
quite push
Tafalek
out.
was actually trying to take this position with mid goals. If he could
Maybe,
just
yeah.
take the villagers out on this side, like the far left on the closer shore to him, then he could have a TC and a secure gold mine in the hunt. It would be a
Yeah,
different story.
I think when they dropped the Underworld, this TC from Starco on the bottom left wasn't up. I don't think he was even looking to grab it, so maybe he could have got some villagers over in a transport ship and built that TC
Yeah, 100%. I think
while
he could have done that.
distracting on the top right with the Underworld.
I think that would be the play, and then they would have we would have an equal game here, and
Yeah.
but a good try nevertheless. I like the diversity in their strategies. They kind of tried
Absolutely.
a bunch of things.
It's really good to see people. That's why it's fun to watch these sort of maps, isn't it? You don't know, you have no idea what anyone's going to do.
Very
It's great
true,
to see
yeah.
interesting things happen.
Because